DJs never stories.
Hey, you now tuned in to the two coolest laid-back cousins of the podcast industry. I am the King calling off, a.k.a. the Thirst Trap King, b.k.a. give your woman the biggest baby legs in her entire existence of life.
Shall we shag now or shall we shag later?
A.B.
And I'm the dopest square you can find.
And the dopest square you can find.
Smalltalk. What's the word, man?
And this is episode 105 of Podcast 105 of PodcastMondayz.
With the Z. Make sure y'all subscribe on YouTube. Follow us on all the other platforms. PodcastMondayz with a Z. We there. All right.
Cuzzo Bluzzo.
Yes, sir.
I'm a little under the weather, as you can tell. Cuzzo Bluzzo, how have you been?
I've been pretty good, man. Had my first DJ gig. So yeah. I ain't gonna lie. I was like nervous, but not nervous in a way, because I was nervous. I was only nervous that I was gonna fuck up. Like
yeah.
So like the nervous wasn't like, oh, I'm actually doing this.
Yeah.
The nerves was like, please don't fuck up. You know what's funny is because I asked my wife. I said, this type of shit we be on. I be like, hey man, wish me luck, man. Wish me luck for my first time DJing. She said, don't fuck up them people's wedding. So that's all I thought about in my head was, don't fuck up them people's wedding. So like the whole time I'm like, all right, I got you. I ain't gonna fuck up them people's wedding. But it was dope, man. Transitions was good. They was all over the place with the playlist though, cause it was a rock crowd, country crowd.
Did you play any Drake in that motherfucker? I
don't think I played Drake at all.
Wow.
But it was a regular top 40 hip hop, you know. But then it was some the bridesmaids wanted some straight ratchet shit.
Okay. I mean,
and I don't even know. Like one of them was Kevin Gates, Thinking with My Dick. It was some other ones too, but I'm like, damn, like I ain't even heard the songs, but I'm like, this is raunchy as hell. Like, talking about stick it in their mouth, take it out, bust on their face. I'm like, whoa. And hopefully all the grandmas was gone by that time, you know.
Dude, they probably was still in there.
I did tell them I knew they was ready to turn up, so I told them like later on. Like, I got you later on, because I know, you know, that older people leave, kids gone, because I know it's gonna get ratchet, because they adults, you know what I'm saying? Right. So I can't like have clean music, but maybe should you have clean music at a wedding?
No, shit.
Man, if you want to turn up, go ahead.
I mean, I'm not. No.
You don't want no clean music.
No. I need all that ratchetness.
Full celebration,
man.
But other than that, man, that's good, man. I feel good that I actually did that shit. Like, that was my first time like actually performing. Like, it's a performance. It's a full performance. If you think about it, because you know you got to control the music, you got to control the vibe in the room, you know.
Yeah.
And you know, I was out there in Lincoln County, and we was in like it was like a barn. It was like a barn venue.
Where's Lincoln County at?
You know where it's at. Where the white folk at.
Okay.
You know, like I was just trying to like, I'm like, you know, I'm fine. I'm cool. Right. But I was the only black soul in that room. It was crazy, but you know, I took it for what it was. You know, they wasn't, you know, harming me. I'm making them feel good. You know, right. I was telling somebody, man, I have that look like, because it was this lady. Let me tell you, the bride's mother. I hope she don't listen to this episode, but I highly doubt it. But the bride's mother came up to the DJ booth, right, and was like, "Are you gonna play anything from her list, her request list?" I'm like, "I am playing music from her request list." I'm like, "What the fuck? This is? Did you sit down with your daughter did you sit down with her and go through this fucking playlist? Like, no damn way. She's like, I don't recognize none of this music. So that was my first little test. Like, hey, bitch, look, get the fuck away from get away from my DJ booth, man, with all that. But
they be on that, man.
I'm like, well, I guess that's what comes with, DJing. You gonna have some people that come to you snotty. They want to request and you haven't played their request yet. They gonna come like, hey, why don't you play my motherfucker's request? Like, I guess that's what comes with DJing. But it was cool though, man. Other than that, it had a good time. Good vibes.
Oh, man, shout out to that again one more time. Hand claps.
What about you though,
Cuz
man?
out here making moves, baby.
I'm trying to move and groove. What about you, man? What you been up to though, cuz?
Oh man, nothing, man. I just got me a new car. Here we go.
Hit that price, man.
It's really not no. Hit that shit, nigga. Cause goddamn it, I was gonna be done paying on my car.
On your car note. Yeah.
Next month, but I can't now. I got a whole.
You got a whole another car, like a whole
I'm
another
about to
car.
sell some ass or something. Shit.
But how I feel to being in a new ride? Like, what's that feel like?
I love it, but shit, man. I love it, but shit. Like, I'd rather had not paid the car note for a year.
Yeah, I like the new feeling in the car,
that's
man.
true, man. But I was just blessed, man. So
yeah,
shout out to God for real, man.
For sure. Big facts.
Because God did it. I didn't do it. God did it.
So when you get a new car, cause how long does it take for you to start trashing it?
Nigga, probably the same day. Shit.
Boy, I be holding on like a motherfucker, boy. Like when you get a new car, like that vibe, like man, I got a new whip. I gotta keep this motherfucker clean. Kids ain't finna fuck this car up.
Man, I'm trying my best to.
There you go, like a week. It's like look, damn, I got trash on here. I got trash right here too. Let me get this trash up. Keep my car clean.
I did say I'm gonna wash it a lot more because it's black.
It's black,
so,
yeah.
I can't have it riding around looking gray. You know what I'm saying?
See, mine's is gray. So like when it's dirty,
it's just dirty.
You can't even tell. Like it still got that shine to it. But I do gotta wash my shit tomorrow.
Definitely gonna know this motherfucker.
Yeah,
another thing here, man. Before we jump into this,
what's the word?
The weather here, man, has been really
good.
Weird. No, bro.
Because it's been 70s in St. Louis.
That's what I'm saying. It's weird. 70s, 80s in November.
Yeah,
bro.
I was about to say October. October flew by. Like I ain't gonna lie, that
not for me.
October, man. I don't know what the fuck happened to that month. That motherfucker just came and gone.
Not for me. But no, man. What I'm saying is just like the weather is just like I'm afraid that winter is gonna be really bad because we're not really getting it. Like, and I'm not saying it's winter time, but it's like. It's 80 degrees. It's never been 80 degrees on my 36 years of living. 86 degrees. I mean, 86 degrees. It ain't never been 80 degrees
man.
since. It never been 80 degrees in November. Never. So
climate change.
So yeah, man. I think our winter is gonna be like horrible. I think around like springtime, it's still gonna be like snow outside.
Yeah, we probably gonna have just a late winter. It's gonna start snowing in like March or some shit.
Yep.
And carry on through April. That'd be some crazy shit.
So, all right, man. Let's go ahead and get to this heavy ass episode.
Well, we got song of the day, right?
Yeah, I'm finna get there. But we finna start off with this heavy ass episode. You all know what happened. Rest in peace to Takeoff.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, we finna get to a heavy episode. I got a couple songs paying a little tribute to the Takeoff. So, and the whole Migos gang. My thing is just stop the violence. Like that's all I can say. Like,
yeah.
But we're gonna get into it, man. So let's get into the song of the day. I got a couple songs here, and we're gonna rock out, man. So rest in peace to Takeoff.
Rest in peace. Dang, let me get his real name. We go ahead and play the music. I have it.
Condolence to the whole Migo gang, and yeah, song of the day.
Load up the Drake, fuck it, I'm making them pay. It's high and niggas won't take it. Ay, I'm having my way. Set out here having his way. Quay out here having his way. And like the me go out, take. What? Load up the Drake. What else are they gonna play? It's high and niggas won't take it. Ay, I'm having my way.
Happy Mondays.
Set out here having his way. Quay out here having his way. And like the third me go out, take.
Episode 105, Podcast Mondays 105.
Now that I'm picking it through, I just ain't fell in love cause I'm way too awake. And she try fucking a rapper to break up my heart, but my heart doesn't break. Soon as I link with these niggas, they feelings are written all over they face. What? Okay, great. I'm in the back room of Wally's. I spent 30,000 on somebody's grapes. We done did so many pull-ups on niggas, no wonder we getting in shape. Too busy backing my words up with actions to ever go front of your face. What? Hey, shit done changed. Billionaires talk to me different when they see my pistol from Lucian Grange. Told myself that I would get through this verse and I'm not gonna mention the plane. But look at the plane. The fuck are we saying? Yeah. What? Fuck are we saying? Big 81, but I don't own a Harley. I ride a Mercedes with Shane. Hey, me and Lil Harley, we wrecking and shit, and we about to go link with the gang. Hey, unlike the clock on the wall of your mama house, I do not even try to.
A little bit of straighten.
I did a routine to this last week.
Hey, Castro,
go crazy.
Yeah. We gon' stop.
Celebrate
we
this
good.
man's
Stop.
life,
Cheers.
man.
We on. Cheers. Yeah. Domingo. Let's go. Take.
DJ Burley famous.
Straightening. Yeah. Straightening. Yeah.
Happy Mondays.
Don't nothing get straightening but straightening.
You all made it. We here.
You don't get shit straight, you don't straighten it. In this game, sit back, be patient. Niggas act like the game went vacant. Niggas act like some been taken. What? Ain't nothing but a little bit of straightening. Been kicking shit popping out daily. On the island, it's a movie I'm making. I'm counting the
blessed to
narrows
see
with
another
the narrow.
week.
He telling them that you're amazing. Put that shit on. Nigga get shit on. I bought 2 whips and I put my bitch on. She put this wrist on. She factory said it went rich and meal prone. Turn a pandemic into a pandemic. You know that's the shit that we on. Yes, sir. Them niggas gon' pull up and L at this shit is together. Won't fuck with you, homes. I don't do the fake kicking. No. There go a rocket is taking it. It's a problem with you, then we straightening it. Swap out the cap, put a demon in it. Upgrade the band up, put fiends in it. I got some shooters you seen with me. We're running shit back, I just seen tenant. We gonna get straightening. Yeah. Straightening. Yeah. Don't nothing get straightening but straightening. Don't nothing get straightening but straightening. Don't nothing get straightening but straightening. You don't get shit straight, you don't straighten it.
You don't get shit straight if you don't straighten it. No, I'm the type to sit back and watch patient. Do a trick with the stick, it's amazing. In the bando, chopping out bacon. Loads on like I'm starring in the Matrix. I keep the cookie like my grandma made it. I keep the keys and the pounds and the babies. In the bridge came white like shady. Drive the Lambo through the avenue. Pretty little bit with an attitude. Give a shout out to them white boys. All white rolls, no radical. Keep you a five, don't let them take it. If they get charged, you gotta get straight. I got your op, I give them a facelift. My niggas lurking and spending the day shift. I got them right when you see me. Rack A's. Spin back to back, it's a repeat. Championship, it's a 3-piece. Shoot out the window like Drizzy and Freaky. I keep it on me, believe me.
Let's go.
I be up high where the trees be.
Let's go.
I go and put on so much in this
go.
ice. They say don't touch me, you gon' freeze me.
Straightening. Yeah. Straightening.
Yeah, boy.
Yeah. Don't nothing get straightening but straightening. Don't nothing get straightening but straightening.
Shout it, pop it like a court.
DJ Burley famous.
Pull up, jumping out the my cup tastes like the
This is my shit, man.
Bye. Didn't take the stairs. Face my fears. Gave my mama tears.
All that speed up, man.
Shifting gears. On the
What?
There's so many donuts on them back streets.
What?
Sit so high in the nosebleeds. Feel like
What?
Bill Belichick.
DJ Burley famous.
at the mall. Walk the cassette, take the out at your bra. Now she can't go back. Saying break a check, Bill Bella check, take the out at the mall. Just so I can flex.
I don't know what it was, the song. But I think it was Nicki Minaj when she came in this motherfucker.
I should come in this mud.
Young rich nigga.
Let me take it back.
Let's go.
Young rich nigga. Quavo. She's a stripper, naked dancer, but she begging me to wife. When the first time I met my mama, she was a one night.
Have to start over.
Take it back.
Migo.
Y'all ain't ready.
Young rich nigga. Quavo.
DJ Burley famous.
When the first time I met my mama, she was a one night. Hell nah, I don't love nothing but my money and my wife. At the top like Alpha Tower, I told her beat it, you would thought she was Michael.
She don't wanna be a freak no more.
She don't wanna take money, get geek no more. She don't even wanna strip no more. She don't wanna see the pole. Cause your nigga walking straight in with the gold.
I apologize.
You know that my niggas, they witnessed you naked. You want me to tie her now? Oh no, no, no. She must be crazy.
I know she a freak. I know she freaking.
I know she a freak. So please do not try to run game on. I'm not a PlayStation.
She don't wanna try to run game on.
I'm not a 360.
Turn up and take off.
She don't wanna be a freak no more. She don't wanna be a freak no more.
DJ Burley famous.
Don't be a freak no more.
Don't wanna be free no more.
All set, she was sitting when she.
I was in the middle of a post.
Oh, man. Rest in peace to
Let me get his name again.
Take Off, man.
Kersnick Kyrie Ball.
Rest in peace to him, man. Like I said, man. Send our condolences to the whole Migos gang.
Yeah, man.
It's a tough time, you know what I'm saying? But in these situations when you have music like this, you know, instead of it, even though it was a bad tragedy,
Yeah.
You have music like this, man. You just kind of
celebrate it.
You celebrate. You let the music speak for itself, man. So again, man, rest in peace to
sure.
Take Off. And shout out to the whole Migos gang, man. Keep your heads up. And yeah. So with that being said, we're not gonna really spend too much time on this, man. I'm not gonna spend too much time on this, man. I'm gonna say a couple things because I'm gonna let you just go ahead and kind of handle it. But the first thing I want to say is my mind is slowly shifting about just certain things, of just my views on certain things. Meaning Black Lives Matter. You know, I'm not with all we ain't with all that all lives matter type shit. Like that's not me. Excuse me. A little wine I had already got me belching. But my thing is, and I might ruffle some feathers, but I'm not trying to. I just want y'all to look at it, like just look at it in a different way. I'm still all for Black Lives Matter, but I'm for it when not only when cops kill us, but when we kill us. Like, we can't just say Black Lives Matter only when cops do it. We have to say it when we do it. We have to protest and march when we do it as well. Like, we killing ourselves. It was a skit. Everybody know the skit, man. They see it all the time. The skit is where it's KKKs. They got their mask on. It's like, oh, just give those niggers some money, drugs, and guns. They'll kill each other. We ain't got to do it no more. They make our job easy. It's the truth. Like, we killing each other. Like, even with just going to like social media. Like, I mean what I said. Like, where it's like we, even though we in the wrong, and I take account of this too. I'm gonna jump back with the Kanye stuff. even though we know we in the wrong, let's act like we not in the wrong. White people do it all the time.
That's it. How break that down.
So when the Derek Chauvin, everybody seen what he did wrong, right? But you got white people that still gonna fight for him, right? But at this point, it was like white people couldn't do what they wanted to. They really wanted to get off, but they couldn't because it was blatantly on camera. The situation in I think it's in South Carolina, where was it Dylan Roof, I believe. It's so many things. But he went, shot up the whole church full of black people. My man's got took to Burger King. You know what I'm saying? But you got white people. It's like, oh, he had mental problems, and when they
so you saying like let's not act like the truth ain't the truth. Just might as well play the shit off like they be doing.
So like it's like this. All right, we know Kanye fucked up.
Yeah.
Right. But let's not be on social media saying Kanye fucked up. Let's say no, ain't nothing wrong with that nigga. You know what I'm saying? That nigga just speaking up for us. You know what I'm saying? Like, the fuck y'all niggas mean? Blah 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 blah. Right. But then behind closed doors, like, y'all know this nigga Kanye fucked up. You know what I'm saying? It shows a little bit of unity together instead of white people sitting back. Look at these niggas on the internet, fucking each other, turning each other up on the internet. We ain't said we talk shit about it. It was something. Another thing. It was another thing. I seen, and I ain't with all that. Like, we all know Jews run this game, right? So it's no bashing for me. But the bashing that I have is for our black men. Everybody goes to say Kyrie, and I'm all over the place, but it's all like in one.
Yeah. I'm gonna stay with you right now. Good.
Everybody goes to say Kyrie is, and I'm talking about Charles Barkley and Shaquille O'Neal. They go to say Kyrie is wrong for what he do, right? Talking, basically saying what he has done or whatever the case may be, he's wrong for that. So my thing is, it's like, all right, so they say that Kyrie, basically just they throw off these little antics about
anti-Semitic.
Yeah, and they said that they basically bash it. They saying stuff about him about he shouldn't be saying this stuff, and it's just it's hypocritical. But in the same breath, you're doggy or downing another black man. So by you saying that he shouldn't speak on that, or this and this, or he shouldn't talk about this, and y'all how he's downing them, you still downing your brother. At the end of the day, that's what we are, right? We you my brother, right?
Right, blood,
right? Like we black,
right? So
I call you my brother. So how can I sit here and dog you in front of the masses because I want to be higher than you? I can't do that. It's impossible. Why? Why do we, or as a race? Because here's this. You have the Mexican, they have an Arab community, you have the Nigerians, they're in their community, you have Bosnians, they're in their community, you have Asians, they're in their community. We're the only community that wants to be in everybody's community. Why? Why we do that? Why we so quick to say or talk shit about the next brother instead of saying, even though we know he wrong, instead of saying he wrong, say I don't think nothing wrong with him. I think he's telling the truth. And then behind closed doors, but you know that nigga wrong. Like that shows no unity at all. So I said this before on the show. how could we ask for unity from white people? Because we all united, right? They got this whole world, and it's like an Asian black person, white person, other person, a Spanish person. Like, they got all these people around this one world. You remember seeing that little cartoon figure or some shit like that? Like, it's one world, it's like all people holding hands. How can we say we want equal rights or we want to be treated equal when we don't treat our own brothers and sisters equal? When do you see white men bashing their white women? We all know they do it. White women can't talk for real without a white man saying something. But do you see it on the internet? Now, I know there's a difference between white media, black media, Asian media.
That's what I was about to go to.
I get it. But there is Shade Room. There is TMZ. And TMZ reports everything, white or black. Do you see any white people on there bashing white women? We so quick to call out our own race, dog them, call women bitches, all that shit. Do you ever see a white man call a white woman bitch? Do you ever see it?
I don't.
So
I don't. I know
I went all over the place.
No. I'm right here. Stay right here. I'm finna say something real quick to go on what you saying there. I'm gonna go and say that we do lack a lot of stuff. But what I was thinking about the other day is how do we know? I think we are shorting ourselves. I feel like the other races don't even talk about getting better. I feel like we the only race that care about us being better. Like, you think about it deeply though. White people, when they got on this land, they spread out. You go that way, you go that way, you go that way. They took over the whole America, right? So it's the crust is white people. Like, you can't get out of this. Like, they soldered us in, you know. And you know, we can't blame certain people, you know, like we can't blame like the 30-year-old white girl because she don't know, she ain't got nothing to do with the past. But it's the past. It's something that we just can't get rid of. Native Indians was in this country before we even got here. But it's just like we still love each other. Like, we got a lot of flaws, and that's like a flaw. That's a flaw for us. But like, I feel like we the only race that give a fuck. We don't, just like we said, you don't see them bashing them white people, but we don't see them trying to keep they people either. It's just us. It's like, why we gotta keep doing this? Put the guns down. Do you think the white people saying to the white people, put the guns down?
No, because they don't do it.
I know. It's not. I feel like they got they own problems. Whatever their problems is, we not in their world. But I feel like our problems just outweigh anything because that's all we know is just our community. Statistically, black on black crime is worse than any crime. Statistically, so they don't really have to say much of nothing, right? And then you got people talking about, well, man, you know, it's the environment that we grew up in. How many times we gonna use that excuse? Bro, I grew up in the same environment. The hood taught me survival. I choose not to be in the hood. It taught me I learned what I needed to learn. Why would I take it somewhere else while I'm trying to get out of it? The whole point of becoming an entertainer or anything, right, is to get out of what you've been through. We lived in poverty, right? We lived struggling. People live in projects, right? It's hard, right? So the whole point of getting to that point of your life where you don't have to live like that no more, you leave the hood where the hood is at. The hood taught you what you needed. Yeah, it's some people that's just so stuck in it, bro. Like they stuck in it. They don't know how to get out. It's a lifestyle. It's what they live and breathe since they was fucking 7 years old. Like, that's all they know. Yeah, I get it. And it's hard for them to get out of that. And it takes somebody to really change your life to be like, okay, take me where I've been missing.
You know, it's I love black, being black, right? If I'm gonna say this, if it was another race that I would want to be, I always say it. I think I said it on here before. It would be a Samoan. Like, I love Samoans. Like, they just so like family oriented. Right? They have their problems too, but it's just like they roots run deep. So, but I love being black, and I hate being black. Okay. I love being black and I hate being black. And the reason why is because I could be, me and you can be at the, we could be at some little happy hour, right? And Candy comes on, right?
Dun,
dun, dun, dun, dun, dun, dun, dun, dun, dun, dun, dun, right? You know what I'm saying? All of a sudden you want to just do the let you slide.
Right, it's like Candy. Yeah, that's soul.
Right? We all in there, you know what I'm saying?
Having a good time, everybody smiling,
you know what I'm saying?
hugging each other, dancing with each other.
Doing a little shuffle, you know what I'm saying? Clapping hands. You know
look, the baby mama and the new wife is dancing with each other.
Right. But then soon we go outside and I accidentally hit your door or too much liquor is inside your system. I gotta worry about you trying to kill me. The motherfuckers that was marching for Mike Brown. We marching. Mike Brown. Justice for Mike Brown. Right? We down there marching. Could be the same nigga next week trying to kill him. We just got through marching for our brother that got killed by cops. How is that unity? How can we sit here and say, hey, police officers, we want to be treated just like that? Just like Billy Joe down the street. But then soon I leave down the street and go into the hood. Oh man, I'm gonna pull up on little Earl little ass quick, real fast. How? We'll take 10 steps forward. We'll take a few steps forward, and we'll take a lot of steps backwards.
All in one. In weeks, it happens in weeks.
It's just like,
it happens in weeks.
Like look at all these rappers. Like every rapper is just talking about killing and doing this and doing that. I know that's. I mean, hell, it happened back in the day. Biggie and Tupac beef, and you see what happened to that. Got it. But it's like, man, I think the more older I get, I just can't really fuck with it.
My mind is literally bracing because of like because we go on a lot of topics in one. So I'm like thinking about what I need to add to that topic and that topic and that topic. But why are you on that? I spoke to you before off air and I was talking about hip hop. But I pulled back hip hop. I feel like the golden era destroyed is destroying our black people. The golden era is your NWAs, your Tupac's, your the Ice Cubes before he is who he is now, like the rugged street. You about to hear our voice, like we about to be out here sagging, grills, chains, women growing up to get that ghetto look. The ghetto look came from the early 90s, the golden era. All like they had gold. Like think about when hip hop started, and that's when I started saying hip hop, because hip hop is the beginning, But gangster rap, it's almost like it got watered down to what it was supposed to be. Hip hop was supposed to be. Hip hop was on that break beat, on the soul, funk and soul, and then it turned to hip hop. 1979, and it's just like since then it was just a feel. We got graffiti. Graffiti wasn't at that time. It wasn't like vandalism. It was just an art. You know what I'm saying? The disco, the turntables, the break dancing. That's what it was. And then for some reason, I think it probably came from the crack era when they threw crack on our ass, and then we start getting people that start acting crazy. our people start acting crazy. And then we birthed kids into that crazy. And then we kept birthing more kids into that crazy. And now this golden era is here. And a 2-year-old is mocking the way it look. Pants down. Sagging.
Pamper down.
Pamper down. There you go. Pamper down. They got the gun on the side.
The toy guns.
The toy guns. They ready to go. So by the time they 13, they ready to live that life they seen on TV. That's when it really started getting put on TV as well. Cause they couldn't do nothing but play NWA on show their music videos and shit like that. But the more it goes, it's a generational thing, man. Then you birth 50 Cents. Then you birth, Jeezys and other people that come out with the shit. Then you birth Futures, and then like it continues where they talk about drugs, and then they getting on drugs, and then they living their life like they want to be street, they want to be hood, they want to have that gun on the side, they want to shoot because the nigga said on the song that he shoots. And it just carries on and carries on. It's that gangster, the golden era destroyed us, and I feel like it's terminal cancer now. It's so embedded into our culture that it's hard to get out of, because we love it too. We played it last episode.
What we did, the Jeezy?
The Jeezy, that talk like that. We love it. We born into it. So it takes somebody like we love it, but we still can live our life correctly, cuz. But a lot of them can't because they so stuck into the gangster rap lifestyle. It was supposed to just been fashion and feel and art. It ain't that no more. And all we know as kids, starting at 8 years old, they looking at YouTube now. It's just more accessible to them. So they want to be that. No matter what you say, and the only thing that's going to change them is a whole culture change. Like taking them to a white school with a bunch of white friends. That's the only thing that's going to probably change that culture of them. But other than that, we born into that gangster rap lifestyle. The women are too. The big ass hoop earrings, the ghetto look. Hoochie mama shorts, shaking their ass. Well, of course we love it, but
I love the hoochie mama.
I know. I'm just saying, like, that's where it gets. That's where it's got to, and that's why our ancestors, grandmas, baby, why you put some clothes on? We don't do. Why you got your boot hanging up? Because in their day, that wasn't the way of the black woman. It just became this I don't give a fuck attitude with black people. And then now it's what it is. You got some good black, you got some bad black.
Yeah, that's true. Well, let me do.
But I still though, another reason I think you might love this part too about our black people. How you were saying you love like the music, the way it brings us together. But like when it's a Karen on the street, or when it's a brutally beaten from a cop, or when it's a racist employer from Walmart that called a white man a nigger, a black man a nigger, we team up and we getting that motherfucker gone. Like once it's time, it shouldn't. That's why I love it that we still hang on. That's why I'm pretty sure our ancestors love that part of us, that we still hang on to that. We gonna get this motherfucker. Once we start getting loud, them motherfuckers fired.
Well, give me a second, cause let me light up the mood here, man, for a second. I'm gonna light it up here for a second. Ready? Let me light this mug up. We gotta light it up here, man, for a second, man.
Man, I just love our people, man.
This when them old folks back in the day. This when they was outside, boy. They had the afros going and shit like that.
That good feel, man, for all that crime shit.
Hey. Just let the sun is down.
It's the same feeling I always seem to get.
See, you gotta go ahead and do that motherfucking electric slide on that bitch.
We going to the right?
That's it.
To the left. And we go front.
Gotta bring it back.
Okay. Kick.
Turn to the.
Hey. To the back.
Okay.
The kick.
You bring it.
Let's go. I felt like I was doing that shit for real.
Right.
Yeah, that's a good one. Can't do nothing but shut up and feel about it.
We'll let you go ahead, rock for 1 second.
Yes.
Oh yeah. I had to lighten that mood up.
Sorry, man.
No, it's all good, man. I just wanted to. I didn't really want to stay too long on it, man, because we kind of like try to keep it at certain things. All I'm saying is this, man, and I know if you probably still want to, if you want to finish saying what you gotta say, you go ahead.
Okay.
My last thing is this: is that us as black people, my guys, my niggas, brothers and sisters, we really have to do better. You know what I'm saying? As far as like dogging each other, that's not cool. You know what I'm saying? We human. We gonna make mistakes. We gonna sit here. We not gonna agree with each other, man. But we do not have to bash each other. You know what I'm saying? Like that doesn't go. It's not gonna get us nowhere, man. We ask for certain things in life, and even if we get those certain things, bro, people that made it to the top, that's black, that's made it to the top, don't shit on the next man. You know what I'm saying? Like everybody been down. We a lot of people say, man, I've been here. So if you've been there, if you've been at the bottom, then you see a brother trying to get up, man, help him. Help him. And there's people that do that. But a lot of people, man, there's some people that just don't. And it sucks, man. It sucks. When I first started my job, I reached out to everybody. I think I even talked to you about it. I was like, you like, no, I ain't doing that shit. But the point is that I want to see my brothers be successful. You know what I'm saying?
All right.
I didn't have to ask nobody. I didn't tell nobody nothing. But my first thing was, let me try to get my brothers on. Let me try to get my brothers to get this paper, just so like I'm getting this paper, so we can go ahead and go further in our lives and be better off in our lives. That's what it's about. Yeah, we not gonna always see eye to eye, and I'm not gonna always like that person. And that's cool. If you don't like the person, cool. You ain't gotta go out here and kill that brother. All right, I don't like him. Cool. Keep it moving. That person don't mean nothing to you. If that person try to harm you, then cool, I got you. I get it. You gotta do what you gotta do. But if it's over some stupid stuff, because he started you wrong, or because he could try to holler at my girl, you know how many? If you that means you gonna kill everybody trying to holler at your girl. Or here's a food for thought, dumbass. If you kill a nigga because the nigga try to holler at your girl, you ain't gonna be here. So your girl gonna holler at another nigga. Just like think about this shit, man. Like y'all gotta, bro, we gotta do better. Like, and I'm not finna get on here because of I'm gonna say this and I'm done. But I'm not finna get on here and the reason why I haven't, as I know you finna start talking about the mic sign situation. The reason why I haven't even thought about boycotting black murderers is because it's not for me. And the reason what I'm saying is that I can't get on here and talk. If I'm going to sit here right now and say, all right, I'm gonna use my platform for talking about black murderers or cops killing us, then I don't want to do it when it actually happens. I want to do it when it's not happening. I don't want to do it when it's the hottest thing out. I don't want to do it when it's the talk about it. Like if we're gonna do that, I want it to talk about. Let's talk about it every episode we have, because that's what needs to be done. We don't need to be talking about because Takeoff, RIP, Takeoff died. So now let's talk about it. No, we need to talk. If we're gonna talk about it and we're gonna be about that action, then we need to do it every episode. And from now on,
down for that.
Podcast Mondays need to be strictly about black murderers, black on black crime, white on black crime, whatever the case may be. That's what it needs to be. No more fun stuff. No more none of this stuff. No more of that. Let's just strictly talk about that because I'm not gonna be half in, 1 foot in and 1 foot out.
I'm down for it.
So that's just how I look at it. So Podcast Mondays from now on is gonna be about black murderers and statistics of motherfuckers dying every day, because it's we can talk about it now because it's the hottest thing, but next week come we ain't gonna talk about it, and I blame myself. I blame myself because guess what? Cops still killing us.
Yeah.
But we ain't discussed it. We haven't discussed it. And I blame myself. And the reason why we talked about the George Floyd situation is because it was the hottest thing at that time. Everybody was on lockdown. But motherfuckers still dying till this day by cops. Somebody just got killed, I think it was like a month ago, by a cop. And we did not discuss it. So if we're going to do that, that's what we need to do for now.
Okay. Because reason I'm down for that, because the whole movement from Black Lives Matter, I felt like was misrepresented. So like what I mean by that is it's been misrepresented, man. I was in a big debate with someone, and because I felt like Black Lives Matter, the word itself, has gotten put into a category that it wasn't intended to be. Mm-hmm. Okay. It was 3 beautiful black ladies that started the movement. Their intentions of starting the movement was to get us recognized for being human. Mm-hmm. It wasn't intended for internally us as Black Lives. Like, we wasn't talking to ourselves. It wasn't a hashtag for us. It was a hashtag for them. Mm-hmm. So it was for them to understand that our lives matter. Inside of that, yes, we have to focus on us. But it was more so of the white folk and the older black folk that put a mix into the word Black Lives Matter. Mm-hmm. I know I spoke to you off air and I said I need to apologize to my pop, but no, I'm pulling it back. Okay. Because they look at it like Black Lives. Yes, it says Black Lives Matter. The word says Black Lives Matter. But it wasn't for us. It was for them. And it was for us to get stronger. Mm-hmm. But what happened is the older generation used to what they are used to, and they seen it all. They seen it all. Mm-hmm. We just voices for them. They seen it all. And then the white folk, they just like they start putting out that rhetoric. Oh yeah, I just killed each other, so how do Black Lives Matter? And then it'll be us that be like, yeah, that makes sense. But that's not the message. The message wasn't for against us. It was for them to know that our lives matter. It was a message for when somebody on ESPN say a word that was racist to us, that we team up. Black lives. Who you talking to? Our lives matter. You are getting fired. You won't get a job ever again because you just made a racist remark. We team up to do that. That was what Black Lives Matter was. It wasn't for us internally. That's why I support what he's saying, because that's a separate category. Mm-hmm. It's not Black lives like me and your life. Our lives matter. We saying that to them, so they stop looking at us like monkeys. So they stop looking at us like some fucking experiment. Mm-hmm. They saying Black Lives Matter because we exist. It's for them to know that, not for us. We have to figure out our own problem. That's their problem, that they don't understand who we are. But it's our problem to fix what we need to fix. But we start washing that word in to make it seem like Black lives don't matter. Well, we got to worry about ourselves first. Well, that's a separate topic. We need to worry about that inside of the bubble. But for outside, they have to know that we exist and we are here. We got our own troubles to face. We got our own problems to deal with. And that's that problem. And that's why I say I support boycott black murders, because that is the problem. That's the problem. We need to figure out that problem. Black Lives Matter is just protecting us as a whole. That's not for us to dissect Black Lives Matter. That's for them to see that. But inside of this bubble, we got to figure out us. That Black Lives Matter is just a border for us to communicate and figure out what we need to do. You can't just say take out the lyrics on songs. It's got to be deeper than that. And I feel like we getting somewhere because we starting to talk about black mental health within the last few years. And that's been something that's been destroying us since we got on this land. It's been destroying us since the beginning. Since we've been here, we've been trying to stick together. You think they was fighting? They probably was fighting because they wanted something that somebody else didn't have, but they wasn't fighting as slaves. They wasn't trying to kill each other. They trying to survive. So why we can't just keep surviving?
I don't know. I have to push back on that. I think they was trying to kill each other too.
On what part?
Oh no.
Like say somebody's in the house, like a house nigga or something like that.
Definitely, they was trying to kill each other. They wanted to get the fair treatment, right? That shit. If we gonna go deep like that, because that shit started from that, man.
Started from what?
That's why niggas hate on hate. Niggas hate on niggas because of that. They brainwashed us so much back in the day to make, because all we do is colorize.
Mm-hmm.
We don't like light skinned people. Black people, dark skinned people don't like light skinned people. Light skinned people don't like dark skinned people.
Mm-hmm.
Colorism. I said colorize. Colorism, right? So that started from that, because house niggas was light skinned people that was inside the house. They wasn't black. Black dark skinned motherfuckers stayed outside.
Let's go.
So that they the masses was the one that started all of this hatred towards us. Africans don't even like us. We're supposed to be from the motherland, but they say that we're not completely African.
Kind of like if we was to see a mixed kid in our family, we like, we not full black.
Yeah, that's how.
But they the root. So so that's true.
So
I mean, I can see them. They're definitely fighting back then, like for like.
They was fighting to survive. They was fighting. They fought. They fought each other to like the Django. The Django. Let's look at the Django.
Okay.
Right. I know it's a fucked up movie, right? And
I think
it was funny.
That made sense. Go ahead.
It was funny as shit. But if you fucking look at the movie, it was a scene where they had two niggers fighting in the one room in the small ass area to fucking, and they fought to death to fucking survive so they wouldn't die.
I get it. I understand now.
So they fought and killed each other. And what that did was it started into our DNA. That's why everything that black people have inside of women, that's why black women are so independent now. Why? Because we left their ass to be independent, right? Because we sat here back when our grandparents, our great-great-grandparents and grandparents or whatever fucking grew up, it was like, no, you can't talk to me. You can't say nothing to me. You can't do this for me. Like, you need to be in the house, do as I say. That's what they was, right? So now the independent women don't want that shit no more.
Mm-hmm.
And now we find it hard to be like, well, you're not listening to us. Because they not finna deal with that shit. They went through shit, like, they went through a whole lot of shit than us. Getting raped.
Yeah.
Getting took from their damn kids.
Yeah.
Getting took from their husbands. Being at somebody's beckoning hands. Shut the fuck up, don't say nothing else. Getting beat. Think about Ike and Tina. That Ike and Tina was an everyday thing. Not just Ike and Tina, but it was an everyday thing back in the day.
Mm-hmm.
You think they deserve that shit? This is why women now speak up. But men don't like that shit.
Right. Because they They, only reason they don't like it is because they know their grandpa wouldn't have that. So they trying to live through their grandpa.
And honestly, bro, that shit again came back. Everything that we think about, everything that we are, where men feel like we the strength, we the muscle, right? Because we ain't finna back down. You got me fucked up because I ain't my ancestors. Because our ancestors was weak. Man, do you think they was weak? To be honest, we weak. Because if somebody took, how would you do if somebody take your kids away from you ain't never seen? How would you be mentally? Would you still sit here and continue on with life?
No,
if somebody took your wife from you, we can't sit here and call them people weak. All that bullshit about slavery was a fucking choice. No, nigga, it really wasn't. They was trying to survive so they could get back to their goddamn kids and family. That's what it was. Yeah, they made a choice to do what they gotta do to survive. Nobody wants to die. It was one or two choices. You either fucking pick the cotton or you fucking die. Well, okay, I take die for number 2, Stu.
Yeah.
Ain't nobody finna just sit here and volunteer to die.
And then and even if that, like, somebody, if they just die, like, you got people that was just dying, like they came together, they family. You got mothers dying and they still survive.
And you think, honestly, with people, we went off on a whole tangent, but people,
no, it's still in that bag.
But people be sitting here talking about, oh man, they had a choice. Man, motherfuckers fought back, but they died.
Yeah, they ain't had no fighting yet.
So yes, them people back in the day, our ancestors back in the day that went through slavery, man, them motherfuckers the strongest people in this world. Because they had no choice.
That was kind of like the topic I had.
They didn't have no telephones. They had no fucking social media.
Yeah.
They didn't have no motherfucking cars. They didn't have none of that shit. They
definitely
had
stronger
feet.
than us. Do you I ain't gonna go to that one. But I definitely believe now that you said that, because this was what I figured out. I think that when you mention us surviving, I feel like we killing each other because we surviving.
No, we have to have that. We have a survival mentality, and no, and
that's
but the thing
still,
is though. But the thing is though, because of people dying over stupid shit.
I know.
Oh, you stepped on my shoes. Ain't nothing about being survival about getting stepped on your shoes, my nigga.
It's just
my homeboy. Rest in peace to Stacy. My nigga died over a piece of fucking birthday.
It's not even materialistic to them.
He died over a birthday cake. What is survival about that?
It's not even materialistic.
So you can't say that people try to survive. That ain't survival. That's just stupidity.
It doesn't make sense, but I feel like they so embedded into that survival side.
But what is survival is that? Oh, because the man said, shut the fuck up? Oh, so you felt threatened. Oh, he told me to shut the fuck up.
It's deep. And it's deep, man. Because I felt like it was a topic that I wanted to mention. Like, are we stronger?
Well, you might
or are we?
We can hold that to the next one, because this is Podcast Mondays from now on. Shit, told you, man. I can't be talking about it one time and then just leaving it.
I'm down for it, man. If I feel like that's we gotta take away. Black Lives Matter shouldn't be the cream of the crop. That's what it is for what it is. It needs to be something else for the reason we are who we are. And we strong enough to talk about it. They strong enough to do about it. That's what they in their minds. Killing the motherfucker. And I get your whole point behind being happy and then with somebody and then the next week try to kill them. We so easily triggered. Our pride, women and men, like our pride in a black soul is just so prideful. How dare you talk to me that way? I have to kill you for saying that. But it's because we lack love, man. And you know, that's when it's like I was speaking to you before about the way that our music presents to us as a black culture. That soul is just something different. And that's why I feel like I think that's probably why I love R&B so much, cause it's just love all behind it. You know, it's just so much love behind hearing a slower tone music, keep you chill. We just need more love in our culture. Our culture lacks so much love that when we see a black man, we looking at him up and down. The wrong ones. Cause me and you, we gonna say what's up to the guy. How you doing? Do the typical me and head nod. But it'll be some other nigga that's not doing that shit.
I don't do that. I don't say what's up to everybody. I don't. You got one time I say, hey, you don't say nothing to me.
I mean, that happens, yeah.
But honestly, I still walk past people and not say nothing to them. I don't say what's up to them. I don't say what's up. Now, there's some times where it's no malicious intent. I just don't say what's up. But every time I do see people, I say what's up, my brother. I don't say bro. I say my brother because that's a different thing for me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
A black man.
Because I'm greeting you as if you're my brother. That's showing to me to me that's me showing you love.
Love, yeah.
So what's up, my brother? You know what I'm saying?
Right. Yeah, I definitely do it to black men. But it'd be some that don't have that same gesture. They had that gesture like, what you got on? Let me see what you got. Can I take this shit from you? And it's like, where do the brain go? What year on this earth would that change? That part.
Man, never gonna change, man. Never gonna change.
It's like an ongoing conversation. You know, it's like terminal cancer. Like we just dying as a race because we killing each other.
We everybody find it cool to have 5, 4, 6, 7, 8 baby mamas. You know what I'm saying?
And baby daddies.
That shit ain't cool. It's not cool. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? If it happens, it happens. But to go around and be, you know what I'm saying? It's not cool. You know? So, and I think that's why I don't have no kids. Because I just never was like, that was never my thing, man.
What was your thing?
You know what I'm saying? It was never my thing to you know, if I feel like there was like I didn't see that point of being with you like my whole life,
yeah,
like, I just wouldn't.
You tapped out.
Yeah, I wouldn't do that. So, yeah. Anyway, man, let's wrap this up. Go ahead.
All right. Well, it's a lot more to be said, but you know, we here. Episode 105. I think I got it in quote here, sir. Maybe. We'll go ahead and say where you can find us again for the second time.
You know, say it all the time. Man, you can find us on PodcastMondayz all over everything. PodcastMondayz or everything. That's MONDAYZ, not an S but a Z or everything. Everybody love that St. Louis slang. On everything.
On everything.
On everything. Go over here, there, where, yeah. If we don't never. We never really put our personal handles out there.
Oh, yeah, so, go ahead, pop that out, bro.
Follow me on TikTok @live46 and .live46. TikTok, Instagram, Cuzzo.
Smalltalk 247 on Instagram. Make sure y'all follow me on Halloween. Amazon Amp.
Loverboy.
That's Loverboy, LUVRBOI, R&B only. You know what I'm saying?
Don't saying. Man, make sure y'all be safe, man. You know, even if do you got an end quote? Because if you don't, we don't have to have one here.
I just have a feeling.
How you feeling?
The feeling is just love, y'all. You know, lead with love.
Yeah. Yeah, man.
Be love, like let love just be you. You know,
man, and stop.
I think it'll help.
And another thing, man, stop all that fake love. Like, don't be acting like you are love. Okay?
Right.
Like, I be saying, people,
sound cool.
I be saying, people, man, I love you, dog. Man, you really be hating that nigga in the same sense. No, actually, love that brother, love that sister.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, anyway, make sure you have a blessed week. Again, man, rest in peace to Takeoff, man. We send our condolences, love and healing energy to the Migo family and everybody that was affected by that tragedy. we do need to stop killing, man. It's just
You
too
got
much.
school shootings in St. Louis.
Man,
again,
we
just
didn't even get a chance to talk about that.
Yeah.
That is definitely gonna be on the next episode. Even though that was like it'll be about a month ago. But the point is
we still talking
about. The point
about
it is we still need to be
it.
talking
It
about.
don't need to be just because it's current. Yeah, that's facts.
So y'all be safe, man. Love on your loved ones. Hug them because you just never know.
Never know, man. If tomorrow could be tomorrow.
Yep. So love y'all. Be safe.
Yo.